hand spaces. The two conflict, and since I just put the gloves on, that means I'd unequip the clothes. So by removing this, that means I can equip gloves separately, but I would technically still have, if this stayed the same, still have the gloves underneath. So it's little nuances you have to do there. And as you can see here, I moved the glove reference here because there's no longer gloves in the outfit. These are the keywords down here. Basically tell you the keywords do a number of different things for different sections. Featured item here. If something is tagged as featured item, that's when it pops up on the screen. It says, you know, you've got a legendary item. Every legendary item that drops it has the featured item tag word. So like I said to Gopher once, if you really are annoyed by the time freezing when you get a legendary item, you just have to go through and modify every weapon and item and the scripts that add it dynamically to not add the featured item keyword. That's it. Which is still kind of complex and would probably conflict with most mods that change anything because, like for example, if he were to use, say, armor keywords and then make a mod that removes featured items and then use Armorsmith Extended after his mod, it would add featured items back on top because these are all overwrites. So for example, armor keywords overwrites Fallout 4, Armorsmith Extended overwrites Fallout 4. My mod overwrites Armorsmith Extended because it's further down in the load order. And adjusting where these are in the load order will determine who overwrites what. But yeah, the featured item keyword determines that big pop-up on the screen. This is a legendary item! Some of the other ones. The Dogmeat no visual on retrieve is pretty obvious. It means that basically when Dogmeat fetches an item, you've probably noticed this a few times when you play the game. When Dogmeat fetches an item, you see him carrying it. Like if he's got a screwdriver or a stim pack, he'll hold it in his mouth. If he's doing this, then there's no visual of him retrieving the item. He just retrieves the item, and then he'll drop it at your feet, or give it to you, or hold it in his inventory, whatever is the current course of action that Dogmeat will take for that item. But this means that he won't visually hold it in his mouth, which works well for some items because their ground model will kind of look weird in Dogmeat's mouth. I mean, some of the regular stuff looks weird in Dogmeat's mouth. Have Dogmeat retrieve a Fat Man or a missile launcher. Then laugh. Unscrappable object for the obvious, it means you can't scrap the object. So a few other item points here. This means that it's basically available for Ballistic Weave. This one, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to reference. I see it on a few different items. I've never really messed with it because I'm not quite sure what tutorial damage resistance object is supposed to mean. This is also something new from Armorsmith Extended / armor keywords, which basically is just specifying the slot that it's equipped into, which helps it with like the prefix keywords and whatnot. Same thing with this. This is from Armorsmith Extended. It determines the type of class it is for what keywords will show up on it. Quest item, pretty obvious. This item is a quest item. It's also a new one from Armorsmith Extended, which puts it in its own separate category. So all of these ones here are from Armorsmith Extended / armor keywords, and they have to do with categorizing it. Now these two deal with additional modifications to it. You'll notice that anything that has the MA keyword is the modification keyword. So Ballistic Weave, the lining, like insulated lining, is here. This is the add-on, which I think is... I might be getting this and the other one confused, but one of them is for like the insulated lining, like we would have the Vault suit, and the other one is like lighter build, biocom mesh, stuff like that. So this, I believe, is the insulated lining, and this is like the biocom mesh, lighter build stuff. And of course, previously this also mentioned it was a glove, so there was a separate category for glove modifications. The instance naming here has to do with you notice whenever you modify an item, its name changes dynamically. If you modify a weapon, its name will change dynamically. The instant naming is sort of built upon that. Power armor has the DN power armor. Armor has DN armor. DN clothes is for most normal clothes, and so that has to do with renaming it. Because if we look over at DN, I've gone for 20 minutes on this. I'm gonna have to split this up into multiple videos when I upload it to BoobTube because I'm still limited to 15 minutes. Alright, so if we go to, do I have instance namings in here? I don't think I do. I should have it. Where is my mod for legendary everything? It's like power armor and helm or something like that. There it is. So we look here at instant naming. That wasn't the one I wanted. Now, doesn't that look complex? So basically what this does is it specifies the types of items that fit into different categories. So, like for example, when you rename an item, well, not when you rename an item because that sets it separately. But when you equip certain things on an item, it'll say things like, if you equip the the optimized knuckles or whatever it is on the power armor, it'll say knuckles, power armor version 4, something like that. So that's what this is basically saying. If it's got the keyword miscellaneous bleed, which is the keyword associated with the knuckle upgrade, then you add knuckle. And you add knuckles to the name. Same thing with the database one for the intelligence booster, calibrated for the carry weight one. So if this particular keyword is added to the armor, add this to the name, and it does the same thing with DN clothes. Would it be underneath armor keywords? I think. Does it have instance? Would it be underneath Armorsmith Extended? That's object modifications, visual effects. Does my custom vowels patch have it? I'm trying to show you the one for DN clothes. Yeah, instance naming rules. So like here, DN clothes. So this is the names that'll be tagged onto an item when you pick it up or when you modify it. So like for example, if it's got the keyword quest item, which I showed you previously, it'll tag the name. It'll tag quest onto the name. If it's got armor dog keyword, tag dog onto it. If it's got armor super mutant, tag super mutant. Biosuit slot 33, tag biosuit. Mask, hat, helmet, arm, bandolier, belt, bottom, bracelet, cloak, earring, eyewear, footwear, all based upon the certain keywords. As you can see, that's a lot of keywords. Of the Cavalier, for the legendary effects. Now, where were we? This is Preston Garvey's outfit. So you can see Preston Garley's got Preston Garley. Yes, Preston Garley. His outfit's name is Preston Garvey Torso and Preston Gloves. Let's see. What's another good one to show the nuances of? Do I have any of the armors in here, or is it just the clothing that I've been modifying? I don't think I have any of the armors. Here's the diver's suit. So like for example, in my Armorsmith Extended mod, for the diver suit I removed the headband, eyes, beard, and mouth flags here, but I didn't change the mesh. So it basically still has the diving suit helmet, diving suit body, which, as you can see here, you could actually separate if you wanted to. But what you can see on this example here is by removing these, that allows you to have, let's see if I can pull up screenshots. So I know I did screenshots for this no, it's easier to do it through Steam itself. Library, Fallout 4, view screenshots. Show on disk, minimize that, close that, swing this into view. Alright, let's see. Here, it would be here. So, with those flags removed, as you can see here, you can actually see the glasses, the Rebel gas mask, the headband, all here inside the helmet. Normally in vanilla, well, would you really call it vanilla since it's DLC, but in vanilla Fahaba, when you get this outfit and you equip it, all of the stuff on your face goes away. But here, with this, those flags removed, you can see those items beyond the grating of the helmet. Let's see if there's anything else of note to look at. A little overview of how you mod. Nothing in here, so let's see. I need to go back to the Bethesda Archive Extractor, which is right here still. Go to File, Open File. Theme Library, Theme Apps, Common, Fallout 4, Data. There's a lot of textures. Let's see. See how many texture files that Bethesda has for all the different items? So let's see here. Clothing, let's turn them all off. So that only has a vault suit. Oh, I've been doing it for a few years now. I've been modding since Fallout, well, I've modded for Fallout 3, but I think I started modding for Skyrim. I think I got Skyrim before I got Fallout 3. Or I might have gotten them all around the same time. It's been a while. Alright, so let's see here. So this is all the clothes here, but none of them are the clothes we want. So, Texture 2. Open that up. Of course, I can't do half the modding I do without the right tools. Like, if I didn't have the Bethesda Archive Extractor to extract the BS2 files, I wouldn't even be able to look at these things to modify them. Let's see, there's Hancock, Mayor, Hats, Institute Worker, Pastor. There's Piper. Now let's see here, we want to go back to Data, Textures 3, will that give us Valentine's outfit? Didn't we just do this one? I think so. File, open file, texture 4. In some respects, Fallout 4 is definitely easier to mod. Mainly because it's built for a 64-bit operating system, and as such,